Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the brand new Makeup Geek highlighters that just came out, and I am so excited. I'm so excited. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you were there with me when I had the exciting realization that Makeup Geek had sent the entire collection of highlighters to me. So thank you, Makeup Geek, because that was so kind of you, and I'm so excited. And even more exciting, they sent it in this beautiful glittery box that you're not going to be able to see because of my lighting. There we go. There's glitter on the side, there's the glitter kind of Makeup Geek logo, and then they just went ahead and stuck my name on the box. I died. So let's get right into kind of the review and discussion and swatches and my thoughts and stuff like that. I know you guys are all super curious because this has kind of been like a long awaited release, so let's get right into it. So as you may or may not know already, their highlighters are formulated based off of their foiled eyeshadow formula. So they have 13 shades in all. They have 7 signature shades and 7 duochrome shades, which is I love duochrome so much. So for them to put it in a highlighter, I can't. I just cease to exist when I think about that. So we're gonna look at both formulas today, and I didn't notice this until like just a few minutes ago, but they actually come in slightly different packaging, which is so cool. So this is the regular signature packaging, and it's just kind of got this like rose gold almost you know, coloring right there, and this one is a kind of hologram looking like duochrome packaging, which I think is so cool. Makeup Geek, like all the points, all the points. So like I said, there are 7 of the signatures, 6 of the duochromes. We're gonna go through the signatures first, and I love what they did with this range because they really thought about all skin tones, and I think that that's so important because a lot of brands have like, you know, 2 to 5 highlighters that may work for certain skin tones, may work for deeper ones or lighter ones, but they're not necessarily going to work for everybody. So I think that the fact that they went to the trouble of making 13 shades, like there's nobody who's not gonna be covered on this list, you know what I mean? So as you know, earlier this fall, I think, maybe late summer, Kathleen Lights did a collab with Makeup Geek, which was a highlighter palette, and there are 3 shades here that are really beautiful. It's the same formula as far as I understand, and these ones are 0.25 ounces each, and that is how much you get in one of the singles too. Okay, so the first one we're gonna talk about today is this one is called Glitz, and it is just a really pretty kind of pinky highlight, which I love. If you're cool tone, you can go kind of 2 different directions. I mean, you can go any direction you want, but as far as cool tone highlighters go, most of the time you're gonna get a pink undertone or a blue undertone, sometimes even like silver and stuff like that, but this is definitely a cool tone highlighter. Now, I wanna tell you something about this formula that I noticed when I got the Kathleen Lights palette. When you receive it at first, and even on the photos online, sometimes they look quite powdery, and that's because I don't know if it's an overspray, but it looks very powdery and it looks not as like radiant, if that makes sense. But all you have to do, no worries my friends, all you have to do is rub that away and you get this gorgeous shiny finish that is just so beautiful. That was definitely something that kind of surprised me when I opened the palette the very first time. I was like, oh, these don't look radiant. Why is that? But it's because it's got that texture on top. Once you rub that away, it ends up looking more like the Becca highlighters and like the really intense, beautiful, lustrous highlighters that we're used to. Now, Marlena has said that her highlighters are a little bit different than a lot of the ones on the market that are super intense. So these ones, as opposed to like the Becca one, for example, where you get your brush near it and you've already got too much on your brush, this one's not gonna do that. It's gonna be a little bit more user-friendly if you're not trying to get like this bam, like blinding streak on your face, and if you are, just go over it again and you get that extra punch. The next shade that I have to talk about is called Midnight Sun, and it is this beautiful, really light gold color. I love this. I almost see like, I don't want to say pink, but like almost bronze flecks, but like they're so small that it doesn't come off as a bronze highlight, but it is beautiful. This again is gonna work really nicely for a fair skin tone. Even the fairest of skin tones, I think this would be fine. It's pretty neutral. Although it is a gold, like I said, it does have almost a pink or bronze like undertone in it. I can't even describe what it is to you, but it comes out not looking so like orangey that you could put it on a really cool toned, fair skinned face, if that makes sense. By the way, I'm not wearing any highlight today because I was gonna choose one of these and try them on for you so you can see how it goes on. I'm just not sure which one I'm gonna use yet because it's too much. I'm so excited. So that is Midnight Sun. The packaging is beautiful. It's really sturdy and nice. You can tell that it's really high quality packaging. The back kind of has that like rubberized, I don't know what they call it, but it's like that rubberized texture where it's really smooth, and then the front is this kind of mirrored gunmetal finish with the debossed logo on the top, on the front, and I think it's gorgeous. There is a full mirror that takes up the entire lid in there, which is awesome, and then of course the pan, which you get 0.25 ounce. The next one is called Luster, and it is also kind of a neutral, almost cool tone, but it's not so cool tone. It's beautiful though. It's kind of a pinky shade, but it is a little bit deeper than the first one, Glitz, that I showed you. I'll compare them actually so you can see. So this is Glitz. You can tell that it's very, very fair. And then this one is, what do I call that? Luster. So they're very pink, as you can tell, but this one is a bit deeper. So you could kind of go for that like medium fair skin tone with this one. And I think that this one actually would work for medium fair to medium. Next we have Rekindle, and this one is like almost a rosy bronze. Like I'm not gonna say it's bronze, but it's got like hints of bronze in it. It's very similar to the one that I just showed you, Luster, but it is a little bit deeper and a little bit more of that bronze copper almost. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's more copper than bronze. So it's really, really pretty. You could use this for probably like my skin tone and a little bit deeper toward the more medium. This one is Daybreak, and it's got almost like, you know how the NARS Orgasm Blush has like pink and a little bit of peach in it and gold? It's almost like that kind of a combination, but I think this is but in a highlighter, you know what I mean? Like it's also like blinding. So this is really, really beautiful. Again, it says for medium skin tones. I would say medium, even medium deep skin tones could do this because it does have that richness to it where it's not gonna make you look super streaky, but at the same time it is gonna give you a really beautiful glistening highlight, which I love. So this one is really, really pretty. And guys, one thing that I forgot to mention, but is kind of like, I feel like you all know this, but you can use these as eyeshadows. And every single one of these would be such a gorgeous eyeshadow. I can't even stand the thought of it. I use my Kathleen Lights palette as eyeshadows sometimes, and it's just like, I get so many compliments when I do that. Just an extra little tip. Okay, so we have 2 left in the signature range. The next 2 are going to be for deep skin tones. So this one is called Ignite, and it is this gorgeous like bronze. Look at that. I mean, it is so beautiful, and I'm like, when I swatch this, it just, oh my gosh, the pigment is crazy. Like this looks like an eyeshadow. It's so gorgeous. It's almost got like this copper, like bronze and copper, I would say, are kind of both showing up in this shade. Totally beautiful. I would love to see this on really, really deep skin tones. I think that this would just be out of this world. Okay, and then the very last one, Firework. I'm thinking they probably look very similar, like back to back here, but this one actually is definitely more rosy. So it does have that bronzeness to it, but it's more rosy as opposed to like copper bronze. It's more like a cool tone bronze. I wouldn't say that it's like totally cool tone, but it is definitely on the cool side when compared with the last one. And again, this one is intended for deep skin tones. You can do whatever you want. Honestly, this one, because it has enough rosiness in it, it would be a really pretty blush for like any skin tone. Like I could use this as a blush. I think I'm gonna do that with some of these. Or even like a blush topper, like because it does have that shimmer, or a bronzer topper. I just really, really love this. I think it's so, so gorgeous. So that is it for the signature shades. And now let's move on to the duochrome shades. Again, there are 6 of those. So the first one is called Moon Phase. And I was talking about earlier how really cool tone highlights usually go in the direction of like pink or blue. This one definitely goes in the direction of a blue. So it's like a very white highlighter, but it does have that blue duochrome. So we're talking about duochrome shades here now. So we do have a few different colors going on at once, which personally I love. I'm obsessed with their duochrome eyeshadow formula. I can't get enough. I want to eat them. So it's described as a white base with icy blue and purple duochrome reflex, which I totally agree with. This one is intended for porcelain skin. There are 2 for porcelain 2 for fair, 1 for medium, and 1 for deep in this like duochrome selection here. This is one of the porcelain ones, and I just think that it's so incredibly gorgeous. Like, I'm excited to wear this. I'm really excited. The next one is called Celestial. So it is more of a cool tone as well, and it's more on the purple side as opposed to the last one, which was bluer. And I love this one. It's kind of got pink and purple, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind over using all of these to highlight my inner corner. Next are 2 that are meant for fair skin tones. This one is called Lit. So translucent base with a peachy pink duochrome reflex. So to me, this looks white and gold, but I think the next one is even more so white and gold. This one, it says, is more peachy, which it may be the case when it's actually on the skin. Yeah, when you swatch it, you can see the peach for sure. So this is beautiful. I love this. I love so much that the shades in this range are so unique for highlighters. That just makes me so happy. I just love the way that they're changing the game with these. Okay, we have 3 left to show you, and then I'm just gonna get to talking about my thoughts on the formula and go ahead and apply one on my face as well. So this one is called Electrify, and yeah, this is definitely, I don't know if you can see because it's so blinding, but it's definitely got that white gold action going on. It is so beautiful. Like, I swatched it and I'm looking at it next to the last one, which I thought was white and gold. No, this one is white and gold. The last one definitely looks peach next to this one, but this is gonna look really, really beautiful on, like it says here, like fair, but I would say fair to medium. Like, I can picture some like olivey fair medium skin tones that would look really beautiful in this because it does have that golden in it. The next one is called Psychedelic, and it is intended for medium skin tones. I will say that right here in camera it looks very light, but when you actually apply it, I can see how I would definitely want to use this on a medium skin tone. It does have like some golden and peach in it, and it's really beautiful. The fact that it looks really light is because of that duochrome effect where it's just kind of like reflecting all of the light. But again, when I have it on my skin here, it does look really rich and peachy when compared with the lighter ones. So I really, really think that this would be super beautiful, like I said, on medium skin tones, but I would also put this on like my skin tone, which I consider to be pretty fair. The last one is called Ablaze, and it is, oh my gosh, it's drool worthy. I love this color so much. It's kind of very peachy and bronze. Let me read what it says about it. It says copper base with golden duochrome reflex. Okay, so I was way off. Copper and gold apparently, but it is so gorgeous. I do see some peach in here, and that's what I love about it for deeper skin tones, is kind of like that peachy, reflective, like, oh, it's just so pretty, you guys. I can't wait to use this as an eyeshadow because this ain't gonna be my highlight. This is too deep for me. So that is all for the duochrome formula. Okay, so now to talk about the highlighters themselves and the formulas. I think the formulas are so beautiful. I love that the signature ones are very rich and pigmented, and they're just gonna go on really beautifully and add a lot of punch. I would say that the duochrome, especially because a couple of them are like a translucent base, they're more like the reflective highlights, if that makes sense. I adore all of them. I adore all of them. They're so pretty. I think that Makeup Geek did a great job on the formula. I think they're very, very buttery and smooth, very pigmented. I think that they apply very, very beautifully. I'm gonna apply one just so you can see, but I don't know which one to do. Too many choices. Let's see. I'm gonna read this. Beep, 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 beep. I kind of want to do a duochrome one, guys, because I just feel like duochrome highlight is just such a unique idea that I'm super excited. Like, it just, that is like my heart in a highlight. Okay, so the one that I'm gonna try on is Electrify, and that one is kind of like the white gold one that I was talking about before. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna use it on this Sigma F35 brush, this kind of like bunny tail brush. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I'm not even gonna go over that a second time. I don't know if you can tell on camera as much, but this is super blinding in person. Wow. And it really has that gold undertone. I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing because wow, this is crazy. It's so pretty. I'm gonna do my nose with that guy. That is gorgeous. And often I go over with my blush brush with no extra product on it and just kind of blend that like seam between the blush and the highlight, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Wow. That is so, I don't know if you can tell. on camera as well as I can tell in person, but it's super, like my nose is like, whoa. So you can see that they apply really, really easily. Like I said, I did not even go back in for a second layer because I feel like this is as much as I would highlight with anything. So I just think that it does a really beautiful job, and some people I know like to spray their highlight with Fix Plus, so I kind of want to try that. I kind of want to try it. Okay, so I just tested it on my arm. I don't think you can see in this lighting, so I'll show you up close. And I did an application with spraying it with Fix Plus to get it wet. Some people like to do that to intensify their highlight. So that makes me even more excited. It takes it to a whole other level with being able to spray it with Fix Plus and have it be way more intense. And again, I just did one application on my arm to see, like, because you know, Marlena did say that you have to go over it to be super blinding, but I would say that you don't. I would say that you just have to spray with Fix Plus like a lot of the foiled eyeshadows. So let's talk about the price now, because I know there was some like upheaval when the palette came out due to the pricing being $20, but the thing is that you get so much product in these that it's kind of like that's why. It's not as if like this is really like, it's not as if they cheaped out on like the portions, if that makes sense. I did a little comparison of like the price and the value for this one versus the Becca brand, because that's like, you know, everyone has Becca. I feel like that's like kind of standard. Everybody knows that, is familiar with it. And so I just wanted to talk about the kind of value breakdown, as I like to do occasionally. Okay, so for the Becca one, you pay $38 and it is 0.28 ounces, so it's slightly more than the Makeup Geek ones, slightly more product in there, but it's a lot more expensive. It's almost double the price. So you end up paying $135.71 an ounce. And then if you look at the Makeup Geek ones, you're getting 0.25 ounces, so a quarter of an ounce, and you're paying $20. So it's $80 an ounce, which is a whole lot more affordable than the Becca one. I do like that they kept on the more affordable side, as Makeup Geek typically does. I love that. Anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have an affiliate link for Makeup Geek listed down below if you want to check these out. I highly recommend them. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!